with QWERTY keyboard. It's very light, lies comfortably in the hand with its tapered edges and this pattern back here which helps you maintain a steady grip on the phone. The back also hosts a 2 megapixel camera without a flash, the speaker grill. On the top we have the standard audio jack and a micro USB port here. On the left is the volume rocker, very distinct and easy to press, and that's about it. Around the sides, the front is occupied in half by this 2.4-inch LCD display. It's not a touch screen, a regular LCD, 240 by 320 pixels resolution. Navigation is aided by this optical trackpad here underneath the screen. Pretty sensitive, but you can adjust the sensitivity from settings. The optical pad is flanked by these two function keys as well as by the send and end keys. What's more interesting about the phone is this QWERTY physical keyboard here, so let's try it out. As we mentioned, the keyboard is very BlackBerry style. It's even slanted left and right on the left and right half, similar to BlackBerry devices. The keys have a nice click to them. They don't have a shallow travel or anything, but you can easily see that problems might arise for people that have larger hands and fingers. The keys are just too small. The handset is too narrow for a well spaced out keyboard. So if you have bigger hands and fingers, you might have a problem with the keyboard on the Samsung Chat 335. Let's have a look at its interface though. We have two rows on the home screen of the Samsung Chat 335 with the most used applications on such a messaging handset. We have a shortcut to your email inbox, your text messages, Facebook, Twitter clients, various instant messaging apps, Google search and your music player. Underneath them are shortcuts to your favorite contacts. Let's have a look at the menu. There's no social networking integration in the Contacts app, but we didn't expect it since it's not a smartphone. The music player is pretty decent. You even have a bunch of equalizer presets. And the loudspeaker is quite strong and clear. You can easily use it for listening to music. The browser is next. It had trouble with more complicated websites with a lot of scripts. Gave us out of memory error, so you'll mostly be restricted to mobile versions of the websites. Let's go for the rest of the menu. We have a combined inbox here of your text messages and your email inbox. We have a file browser built in the phone, organizer app which includes a very good calendar with a lot of functions, and alarms, memo, task, word clock, calculator. You have a unit converter, all the basics are covered. We have a communications app which integrates all of the online services for instant messaging, local Bluetooth messenger, Facebook, Twitter clients, and several other popular online communities like Picasa, MySpace. We have several apps for managing the different radios on the Chat 335. We have one for the FM radio, one for Bluetooth devices, and a Wi-Fi management app. It's good that Samsung has included it since we only have edge connectivity for data on the Samsung Chat 335, so you'll be browsing mostly via Wi-Fi. In addition, we have stopwatch, timer, a dictionary, voice recorder, and a shortcut to Google search. There's this Games and More app, which lists mainly Java-based games, which are trial versions. And if you want more, you can download some from Samsung apps marked as downloads here. Now let's go to the camera app. It has a pretty basic interface. You can switch from camera to camcorder. You can set the resolution, brightness, timer, white balance, and you can add a few effects to the photos if you want. The pictures themselves turned out with nice saturated colors, high contrast, but they were lacking with the details and sharpness department, which can be expected from a 2 megapixel shooter, but decent for the price point nonetheless. The video itself is with a very low resolution. As you can see, it shoots with QCIF resolution at 15 frames per second, so the only thing it's good for is watching it on the screen of the Samsung Chat 335. And finally, we can say that the Samsung Chat 335 is a pretty good messaging device. It takes decent pictures, it has a rich messaging and social networking integration with apps in the interface, plus it has Wi-Fi connectivity, which comes in handy at this price point since it's a 2G device, only edge connectivity for data. You'll be using Wi-Fi a lot. And another good point is the outstanding battery life. Samsung quotes 12 hours of talk time with the Samsung Chat 335, which is very good. The main differentiating feature, this BlackBerry style keyboard, is also pretty comfortable to type on, except if you have bigger hands and fingers. Good alternative to this phone would be the Nokia C3, which also has similar specification and dimensions. Its keyboard is a bit more spaced out than on the Chat 335, but it's still cramped. These handsets are just too narrow for very comfortable keyboards, but as messaging devices, if you have normal hands, these are very good offerings at their price point. This was a video review of the Samsung Chat 335 from Phone Arena. If you want more details about the handset, you can visit us at phonearena.com. Thanks for watching.